Let's start another series, okay? This is a heavily requested series. It is very rare that people leave TikTok comments and DM me on Instagram to request a series. Now, let me just say something. Now, there are many celebrities, I'm sure, you can meet me halfway and say that sometimes saying their names is not scary, but worrisome because you know you're gonna fuck it up. This is one of those times. So, part one, Nina Dobrev and...
We'll be looking at how to say more interesting and often mispronounced celebrity names as well. So make sure to stay tuned and consider subscribing for more learning. How do you say his name? Ian Somerhalder.
And Ian Somerhalder. Let's go. Nina Dobrev, born January 9th, 1989, in Sofia, Bulgaria. Capricorn Sun, Aquarius Moon. I don't have her rising, but Mercury in Aquarius, Venus in Sagittarius, Mars in Aries. Ooh. Now, Ian Somerhalder was born in Covington, Louisiana on December 8th, 1978. He's a Sag Aries Aquarius with a Venus in Scorpio. This isn't he's feeling things. A Sagittarius, Aries, Aquarius. And a man. Ooh, he is 15 years older than her. Now, they spent 6 seasons together playing alongside each other in a little known show called Vampire Diaries. I've talked about this before, but I'm just going to say it again. It brings me great shame to tell you that I have yet to get into Vampire Diaries. Wait! It's me, your friend. Don't go. I feel like, you know when you feel like you're going to fall in love again? Like you can feel something big coming or like the seasons change? For me, it's always from summer to fall. The air changes and I'm like, I'm a different person or something is coming, okay? Or like when you are dating somebody horrible and summer comes and you know you guys are probably going to break up in the summer. I don't know what it is, but summertime, people say people break up during Christmas or like the holidays or the winter. No, honey, people break up in the fucking summer because people lose their minds. I know that Vampire Diaries is running towards me as I run towards it. We just haven't met each other yet. I know I'm going to eventually fall into it. I'm a Buffy the Vampire Slayer connoisseur. I eat that shit up. It's my favorite show of all time. So this is inevitable. Me and the VD, not the VD, me and the Vampire Diaries are inevitable. But I do have friends who love Vampire Diaries and they have a lot of horny things. They have a lot of things to say about the show. So the show spanned from September 10th, 2009 to March 10th, 2017. A total of 8 seasons and over 170 episodes. I just did the math. They're not 15 years apart. They're like 9. Whatever. He's older than her. So when she started, she was 20 and he must have been like 29, 30. They were math years apart. What do you want from me? Okay, he's older. Okay, I know what you want from me. You want facts. But I'm in the middle of weaving a story here, okay? So they started dating in 2010, and Nina Dobrev says that she never, ever, ever intended on dating a co-star. And here's a quote. I didn't want to be dating one of my co-stars. My goal on the show was to be professional. But sometimes you can't help who you have a connection with, and you can only fight it for so long, which I did for a really, really long time. I'm going to be honest here. He's not ugly. So I can't blame you. And if you've been watching the series for a long time, you know what I'm going to say. Everybody on set be fucking. Be fucking. You know, I have been on many a set and I have yet to be fucking. So I'm just I'm happy for you guys. So the couple was rumored to start dating around August of 2010. They were spotted at LAX together after the Teen Choice Awards. And a lot of people were like, of course they're spotted together. Like not all co-stars touch mouths, you know. They were just at an award show together. I want you to imagine a more 2010 outfit. It's crazy though, because the guys in LA still dress like this. Oh, they love a fucking brim on a hat. They really do. I have this joke that whenever I want to remember what a fedora looks like, I go on Raya. just infested with fedoras. And I love that for you guys. And Neo. I love that for you guys. It was such a big deal. Like, fans were like foaming at the mouth for them to be dating. That the video of them, he kisses her on the cheek at LAX. That video has over 1 million views on YouTube. They're like talking to someone. They're standing side by side. So the camera's seeing them from this perspective and then the back of someone here. So here they are and someone's back and she's talking and he just leans over and gives her a kiss on the cheek. But it's like this, like that. And people were like, I think the video now has like 1.3 million views. These are the comments on the YouTube video. Every parent in the world has beautiful kids, but Ian's parents overdid it. Another one. Can you imagine a guy like Ian gazing into your eyes with his own beautiful blue ones? It gives me goosebumps. It's funny how with Nina, they never flaunted their relationship. Wish we could turn back time to the good old days. I saw him in an airport once. He smiled at me. I almost died. That's so cute. If they are dating, then that's wonderful. If they are friends, then that's great. I support whatever they're doing. That's so nice of you. Hayden's baby girl. From a Mr. Whale 88. I can't deny. That kiss rocked. I'll kiss you on the cheek, Mr. Whale. I take that back. No, I won't. His ocean blue eyes just melt my heart. So while they were continued to be seen together, Nina continued to deny these rumors. Nina had this to say in March of 2011. We expected the rumors. Like, if I wasn't dating Ian, I'd be dating Paul. A lot of people who work together end up dating, so it wouldn't be unusual. But I've never dated anyone I've worked with. But while she's saying this, she's spotted everywhere with Ian, not Paul. Here they are at Coachella in 2011. And then here they are. God, she looks so young. She looks so fucking young. Here they are in Paris of May 2011. Ian confirms their relationship in 2011 in a September issue of Us Weekly, where he tells the reporter there's a million things he loves about her. Here's the quote. She truly enjoys life. Her desire to experience and appreciate everything around her and chuckle and enjoy it is great. When you're really close to someone, they can make fun of you a lot and get away with it, but they sort of poke at you in all these places. It all makes sense because they know you so well, and it really pisses you off, but it forces you to sort of be introspective and ask yourself, wow, is this how people really see me? Apparently so. You love that she forces you to look at yourself. Okay, I understand. She roasts you and you hate it, but you appreciate how humbling it is. Okay, fuck it. Let's rock with it. Fuck it, let's do it. Nina Dobrev later says that she loves Ian's positive outlook and positive energy. You know, I wish I could talk more about her childhood, but there's not a lot. Like, you know what, if you've been watching the series, like I love, you looking at someone's like family dynamics and maybe talking about patterns or cycles, or it's not that I like to harp on people's traumas, but I think, you know, it's just interesting to get like the full picture of someone. But all that I really have is that like she was born in Bulgaria, then she moved to Canada, and she was doing gymnastics, but like dance gymnastics or like ribbon gymnastics, and she got injured a lot, so then she went into acting, and then she played like a teen mom. Like, I don't really have anything about her, which is fine. Moving on. In early 2012, rumors were swirling around Hollywood that she had rejected a proposal from Ian. The couple seemed to really laugh this off. Here, I'll show you.
A story came out today, tabloid story. Yeah, I know. I heard some crazy story that I'd been proposed to, but I would be wearing a ring if I had been. Well, I am, but it's not. This is not an engagement ring. So that story not true at all. Not true at all. Okay. So if somebody gets down on one knee, hopefully you'll say yes. I would not. It's not even. No. I mean, that's not my. I'm young. I'm really. How old are you?
She would say no.
23, like 3 days ago.
It's not true. It's not true. If it were true, I would admit to it.
You would.
Because.
Okay, part 2. Ian. And Nina Dobrev. Okay, wait.
Sure.
Yes.
But in this situation, it is not true.
Okay, so it's not true. He says that he would admit to it if He goes, if that were true, I would admit to it. You would admit to it? If she said no. Stop. Anyway, so in that clip, Nina says, I just turned 23 like 3 days ago. This is her 24th birthday. She has a huge bash. The people in attendance would ultimately be the main characters in the plot of Nina's life. So we have Ian, her boyfriend of 2 years. Nikki Reed is also in attendance, a friend of theirs. Nikki Reed starred and co-wrote 13, No Panties, No Bra, No Pennies, No Bra, with Evan Rachel Wood. I don't think Evan Rachel Wood wrote it. She starred in it, and that's really, 13 is about Nikki Reed's life. And I love that movie. If you haven't seen 13, please watch it. And of course, she's in Twilight as Rosalie. Yeah, she's in their friend group. And Derek Huff was also a friend of theirs in their friend group. His sister is Julianne Hough, Dancing with the Stars. He's also a dancer. I still can't believe he dated Lauren Conrad. But Lauren Conrad also dated Minkus from Boy Meets World. The stories Lauren must have. Anyway, moving on. So all the people I just named, Nikki, Ian, Derek, are integral to Nina's story for this period of her life. May 9th of 2013, news breaks. Ian and Nina have broken up. I cannot imagine working with an ex. I think of Sophia Bush and Chad Michael Murray. I can't imagine being in the same bus as an ex, much less the workplace. If you have ever dated a coworker, please let me know, and let me know how that ended. That's some good fucking gossip, and those are some good fucking stories. At the time, Vampire Diaries was on its 4th season. On that same day, Ian tweets this. A thought for today. People change and forget to tell each other. Lillian Hellman, playwright, 1905 to 1984. So he's quoting Lillian. That people change and they forget to tell the people around them. I don't know how I feel about like a 34-year-old man being shady on Twitter. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that. Let me know how you feel about that. Like, text her or knock on her trailer or hey, let's get a journal. I don't know. Whatever. Am I above a subtweet? No. Am I on a very popular television show where I'm knowingly dating my co-star? No. So Pet Shop is a magazine in the Philippines. Okay. Apparently they interviewed Nina and Ian days before their split was announced. And this is what they wrote in the article about them, right? Super sat down with real-life couple at the shoot earlier this month, just days before rumors of their supposed split started to spread. If there was trouble then, it didn't show. Nina and Ian were sweet and tender with each other, clasping hands as we talked about Pen Shop. Oh, Pen Shop, not Pet Shop. My bad. Moving on. Sorry. Clasping hands as we talked about Pen Shop, the Philippines, and why they think Elena Gilbert should just run. Elena Gilbert is the character that Nina plays on Vampire Diaries. In this same interview with Pen Shop, Ian says something that raises some red flags and some eyebrows. Ian, which clothes from the shoot did you like the most? Ian, I don't wear a lot of color. Nina always yells at me about it. Nina, I tell him he should wear more color. After the announcement of the split happens, a source, Kris Jenner, a source close to the couple say that they are still friends. Somerhalder, and Dobrev are consummate professionals who will continue to work together and remain best friends, which is where the relationship started. From what Nina has said, it sounds like he was chasing her, that they were never like friends, that there was always like an attraction there, and she fought it for a long time. I'm just saying, I feel like the relationship did not start as best friends, but really blossomed from a lot of tension. What's Newton's law? That energy can never die, it's only transferable? Bet you didn't think I fucking knew that. I guess it's pretty basic knowledge. What, like, they teach you that in 8th grade? Whatever. A few days later, Nina says this to E! News. I said this before, that we didn't break up because anything bad happened or because there wasn't love or friendship. I love him and the friendship is still strong and I think he's great and I care about him and that didn't change. Yes, we're professionals and that's fine. We were friends long before we dated and we still are now. The drama in their relationship doesn't really happen while they're together. It very much happens after. On October 5th, 2013, a few months after Nina and Ian's announced split, Nina and Derek Huff are spotted arriving back from a night out at Universal Studios. It was like Halloween Horror Nights with friends Selena Gomez, Lily Collins, and his sister Julianne. Apparently, Julianne is the one who set them up. A friend tells Us Weekly, US Weekly. Sometimes they capitalize it and sometimes they don't. So who really fucking knows? Derek is smitten with Nina. He said he hasn't felt this way for a girl in a long time. They always say that shit. What did somebody say on TikTok once? That men are only nice to you for 3 weeks. Anyway, so they're rumored to have been dating for 6 weeks and then they suddenly split. And rumors are swirling. Oh, like you've never been to Ultra? that the reason is because of Ian. Right after Derek and Nina's fling ends, she shares this message. If you have chemistry, you only need one other thing, timing, but timing's a bitch. And then she replied to her own commentary and said, timing is everything. And I agree to an extent. But yeah, definitely, if you meet somebody and you're still like mourning something else, like it's like timing, like fuck, you're so great, but like, alas, I'm also seeing my gorgeous ex every day on set, and we have to do kissing. So, but whoever Nina and Ian's source was that said that they would remain friends after the breakup was not wrong. 3 days after Nina is spotted with Derek, she helps Ian's dog deliver puppies. Which I agree with Olive here, the research assistant. We love her. Everybody wish her a very happy holiday. We love Olive in this house. She says, and I agree, this is a pretty intense way to reunite with your ex. For sure. People usually get coffee. Here's a screen grab of the night that Ian's dog gave birth to puppies. It's a picture of him snuggled up next to the pup who looks like a very good girl. Don't you just want to go boop, right? Oh, I love booping a pup. Okay. Anyway, it's a picture of him snuggled up to the pup. If somebody can call out what filter this is on Instagram, like an OG filter, props to you. And this is the caption. Live from the whelping box in Atlanta. Panting, pushing, contractions. Wow. Make no mistake about it. Ladies rule. Women of every species blow my mind. Incredible what mamas go through. Love to you mamas all over the world. Jeez. Nina also shared a picture of his dog and the puppies on her now non-existent Who Says account. So the dog's name is Nietzsche, after the philosopher, right? And if I'm wrong, Nietzsche. So please have a little fucking mercy. I dropped out of college 4 times. What do you want from me? I even dropped out of clown school 5 times. Whatever. Anyway. It's a story for another time. This is the caption. Birthing little Nietzsche's is the plural. Such a beautiful and equally terrifying thing to witness. The miracle of life. Hashtag wow. Also around this time, Ian goes traveling and leaves his cat with Nina, which is sacred. I would never leave my little baby with just anybody. By November of 2013, E! News reports Nina and Ian are going hot and heavy again. In January of 2014, they go to the People's Choice Awards, and they joked about the relationship after they won Best Chemistry. Let's watch it together, shall we? Okay.
And still hot. And the People's Choice for favorite on-screen chemistry is
Who could it be?
Ian Summerhandler and Nina.
Summer Handler? Summer Handler?
Ian Summerhandler also wins
Summer Handler.
sci-fi TV actor.
I got it. No, I got it. Okay, part 3. Let's continue the Best Chemistry Award acceptance. Okay. Where are we?
Wow. Thank you. Wow, this is crazy. Can you believe this is almost 5 years in the making?
Right, yeah. But you know, I think what's crazier though, Ian, is that at the beginning of the show, Elena actually hated Damon.
You were hooking up with my brother.
Well, you killed my brother.
Then eventually she fell in love with me.
And then we started dating on the show.
We started dating in real life.
And then we broke up in real life.
And yet our characters are still dating on the show.
It's a good thing it's not awkward.
Enter Nikki Reed. In March of 2014, Nikki Reed, a friend of Julianne Hough and Nina Dobrev, who's been running in the same circles as Ian and Derek for years at this point, she splits from her husband, Paul McDonald, who won season 10 of American Idol. 1 month before the divorce was finalized, there were rumors that she was hooking up with Derek Hough. What's that? You want to see who Paul is? Oh, I could. Okay.
Quirky and cool Paul McDonald.
Kind of in your own world, huh? Doing your thing.
I love a soft, sweet voice.
They're definitely a character.
I am super ready to take the stage and rock America, man. This is what I do. This is what I love.
What's up, TV land?
Got something to say to you. I fucking love that song. My neighbor just knocked on my wall. To Maggie May? You're upset at Maggie May? Whatever. It's the same neighbor who was like yelling at her husband for like never being able to keep a job even during the holidays. So you know what? Fine. But Maggie May, you're gonna be upset at Maggie May. Back to the plot, back to the story. So Nikki Reed and Derek Hough were spotted April 18th making out at Rock and Riley's in Los Angeles. Duh, I don't know why I paused. In LA with some other Dancing with the Stars co-stars. A month later, they're spotted going on double dates with his sister and Brooks, that hockey player. Do you remember how beautiful those wedding photos were? And then they broke up like a month later. Do you remember that? I should do a series on that. And then like, that was messy. Anyway, beautiful wedding photos. Oh my God. But they were seen on going on double dates, right? And you don't double date with like flings. You double date with your fling with another fling. You know what I mean? Like your girlfriend is also talking to a guy early stages. So you like double date together because then you guys can like talk about what you feel about these new guys. You don't like double date with like a solidified couple. Well, I guess Julianne Hough is her friend. So it's not that. I stand by what I said. And just when you think this can't get any more incestuous, July 2014, Ian and Nikki are seen very cozy, very close at Studio City's farmer's market. You don't go to a farmer's market with just any regular schmegular. All right. I have gone to Miami's Miracle Mile Saturday morning farmer's market with only serious suitors. Okay, a farmer's market? You know what you do at a farmer's market? You pick out what you're going to eat that night or like your groceries for the fucking week that you're going to eat together. You just don't, like, I've gone to farmer's market with girlfriends to get like plants and then I go over to their apartment and like we cook some, okay, I'm not cooking. I'm cooking up a story, but you know, like it's not like, please. After this outing goes public, after these photos are published, Nina Dobrev posts this poem. I don't know if it's hers. On her Instagram. I give, you take. I break, you fake. Pity, I bleed. You dive deep into my blood. Vampire Diaries. As thick as syrup. Tell me, are you a mosquito? See, it seems she's feeling a little wronged. Ugh, I really missed out. Following this live must have been... Like, I remember following Justin and Selena, not to bring them up. I feel like bringing them up now is, like, so taboo. Like, I actually feel fear now. But I'm just saying, back in those days, if you were following both those people, it's like when Barbara Palvin was involved, like, I'll do that series another time. But I have it. I have that series, by the way, ready to go. But I feel fear. And you would too. And you would too, okay? So these two are spotted a few times together, like this run, getting coffee, before they announce their engagement 6 months later, January of 2015. What did Paul say? Huh? What did Ryan Seacrest describe him as?
The very quirky and cool Paul McDonald.
Quirky and cool. Poor guy. I'm sure he wasn't that quirky and cool during this time. Paul, you okay? I'm sure you are. In February of 2015, post-engagement, while speaking to reporters on the red carpet, they opened up about the ease of their relationship, how it was just easy for them and things flowed, but they revealed the only thing that they argued about. Okay. He thinks his eyes are ocean blue, and I think they're aqua. If I asked a man, what color are your eyes? And he said ocean blue. I had a blueberry smoothie, so ocean blue. Oh. Ocean blue. What color are your eyes? Ocean blue. Okay. April 6th of that year, Nina Dobrev announces she's leaving Vampire Diaries. April 26th, they get married. The couple exchanged vows in a romantic ceremony at Topanga Canyon in Malibu, California. I hear it's gorgeous. I hear it's gorgeous. The day after the wedding, Ian Ian confirms the nuptials, tweeting, "Most beautiful morning ever." And Nina was invited to the wedding. A source, she was invited. She actually thought about going, but in the end, Nina decided it would just be too awkward. And then Nina says this to E! News. "When I heard about the wedding, I thought it was beautiful. They look happy and I'm happy. They look happy and I'm happy." So I don't see why there should be a problem with that. The drama is in the media. It's not with us. But of course, we're on a teen drama show. Everyone's going to look for drama. If there's no drama, there's nothing to write about. I just ignore it. You tweet it. You posted on Instagram that he was a mosquito. A bloodsucker. Vampire Diaries. I should start that fucking... But they were friendly exes. 2017, she goes out to dinner with them. She tweets this photo. And she says, "Can't believe how time flies. Farewell dinner with Team Summer Reed. So good catching up with these goofballs. Goofballs. All love. Goofballs." I'm sure the fans went fucking feral. I can just fucking imagine. People don't just like talk about Vampire Diaries. If you bring up Vampire Diaries to like a fan, they're like, I mean, I guess I'm the same way with Buffy the Vampire Slayer. I'm like, she did so much for us. Nikki Reed also posted this like very long-winded message encouraging tabloids to stop manipulating young Vampire Diaries fans into pitting them against each other. For the last few years, we thought addressing any baseless rumors with silence was the best way. Besides, who wants to respond to made-up stories about friends backstabbing friends and cheating exes, or cast members exiting shows, or lowbrow websites like Hollywood Life that are just perpetuating trends that preceded us? Yuck. I now see that silence was taken as an opportunity to fill the blanks with even more falsities, juicier stories, and we, yes, we, believe we have a moral responsibility to young girls to end that narrative, because at the end of all of this, those young girls are the ones who lose. Their passion and endless devotion for a TV show is being taken advantage of, replaced with feelings of anger through decisive techniques, and even worse, their minds are being shaped and molded as their view of themselves, other girls, and what those dynamics should look like are being formed. So here's to putting an end to all those fake stories on set. Jealousy, betrayal, made-up friendships, loss, and women hating women. Because at the end of the day, that's what this is all about. Teaching girls that you have to hate each other only breeds a generation. Part 4, sorry. The video ended and I started talking again in the video and I jumped. Okay. Where was I? Teaching girls that you have to hate each other only breeds a generation of women who believe you have to hate other women. And that's what these magazines, websites, and blogs don't understand. That this is harmful and unintended consequences of their bullshit stories. And we have a moral responsibility to fix that. Let's turn this page together as we all walk into the next chapter peacefully. And finally, let's use this as an example of how important it is to stop this trend of writing horrible headlines. I need to look up her astrology. Headlines about women painting us as bitter, angry, insecure, heartbroken, childless, feuding, backstabbing monsters, because whether we want to admit it or not, it changes the way all women view themselves. And shame on these websites for now targeting and even younger demographic, instilling this at an earlier age when girls are even more susceptible, more vulnerable, and more malleable. She's fucking right. When we write these headlines, we teach hate. I've seen it firsthand. Let's finish what we put into the universe starting now, and hopefully we will start to see a shift in the way we treat each other and view ourselves. I mean, I've talked about it a ton too on this series, and so have a million other people on this app, that the media just thrives, foams at the fucking mouth, pants at the thought of like pitting women against each other, and then that breeds these comparisons of like, who's hotter, who did he love more, who was he touchier more, like centering men constantly. The biggest gift of growing older is decentralizing men. Like, my life with or without men is still my life, but these dramas in the media insist that male validation. I mean, I just brought up Justin and Selena, right? How many of these freak ass edits do you see from like 10 years ago about the way this boy holds his wife's hand in comparison to his ex, and like what this comment means from him or her in regards? It's just like craziness. And a lot of the times people, I feel, are trying to prove what a fantastic person they are, what kind of woman they are, or what their morals are. It doesn't even have to be like a woman in general. What kind of like virtue signaling a lot, and trying to like show some kind of loyalty to a celebrity that probably looks at their page and feels fear, to be honest. And yeah, these teen dramas definitely, I love teen dramas growing up, don't get me wrong, so I feel like I'm talking from experience. Without these issues, these like social melodramas, you feel like you're either wasting your life or you're not pretty enough for this to happen to. You're comparing yourself constantly to other girls and what boys like in these girls, or what you don't have, and if you could just be like this person, that person. And it also teaches you to distrust your own community. I've said this a million times. I'm going to say it again. I don't care if I repeat myself. But when you are around energy like that, like women versus women, you cheat yourself of a community that needs your voice and your friendship and your camaraderie. I've said it to exes in the past too. You've made me into someone I'm not proud of. Like, I'm paranoid of women I should be excited to be friends with, and now so all of a sudden I'm meeting women and I'm wondering if they're your fucking type. And the media has manipulated me to do so for sure, and that takes years and years of unlearning. And also, you know, through these issues like pitting women against each other in the media so much, we're taught to never look at the men, that it's because of us. How many times have you heard people say, oh, if he can cheat on Beyonce, none of us are safe? It's not about Beyonce. It's not about any of us. What a man does, whatever a person does, the greatest lesson in life is that nothing is personal. That's the first thing I thought when I was in a therapy session and we came to the conclusion together, because I have a fantastic therapist, that it's not personal. If anything, we're just a bunch of mirrors walking around clanking into each other all the time. It's so freeing. It's so freeing, but what you do with these lessons and internalize them is my doing. Is up to me, you know? God forbid I walk into a relationship with all this baggage and I hand it to them for them to learn lessons they never had to learn if I had just owned my shit and unpacked my own shit, you know? I hope that made sense. Nikki Reed is a Taurus sun, a Gemini moon. I don't have her rising. She's a Gemini Mercury. Love that. Her Venus is in Cancer at a 0 degree. Her Mars is in Aquarius. Okay. Here's the definition of a 0 degree. So in astrology, 0 degrees of any sign is a critical degree, often referred to as the Aries point or cardinal point. Despite its presence in any of the zodiac signs, this degree marks the beginning of a new zodiac sign and is considered a point of significant energy and potential. It indicates that you are starting a new beginning with the energy and earthly life manifestations of this planet. I found this on Reddit when somebody asked to explain a 0 degree, because I just feel like if you're not aware of astrology, what I just said is still confusing. I've always thought of it as the moment when, on a hot day, you walk into a grocery store and just as you pass through the doors, you get a massive wave of air-conditioned air, and you go, because it's such a stark contrast to the heat you just stepped out of. So when you have a significant 0 degree placement, you might be extra sensitive to that archetype, or it would be extra prominent in your life experience. I don't know. Maybe I'm a 0 degree sun, but my moon is in the previous sign, so I can't exactly say that my sun is much more prominent than my moon, but I do feel that my sun sign is very strong, especially considering it's the only placement of its element in my entire chart. If you're an astrologer and you have a better way of explaining this, could you help a bitch out? Okay. In 2019, Nina goes on Watch What Happens Live, and someone called in and asked if she felt it was weird that she was friends with her ex and his wife. And she said this: I don't think it's weird at all. Who would ask that? What did Rihanna say? Wow, what a waste of a question. I think she's going to say, yeah, it is fucking weird. Okay. I don't think it's weird at all. I think it's great. Like, why can't we all be friends? You know how I feel. I think that they have a beautiful baby. They just announced that they're expecting their second child, I think. And we are all happy, and so am I. I don't see any problem in that. I think they had the baby, like, not too long ago, actually. Anyway, Anina Dobrev is with Olympian Shaun White. Y2K commercial king. He was, like, in every fucking commercial. He's a snowboarder. He's spinning all over that shit. And here's Nina with Shaun. Is that Ashley Green? Doesn't Ashley Green look like Jess Lucero here on TikTok? Who dated Joe Jonas? Crazy. Julianne Hough. All friends. Everybody's great. So that's that story. If I missed out on anything, if I have any Vampire Diaries lore to jump into, I'm new here. Show me the way. Lead me. Let's talk